Hello, everyone. Welcome to CFC Fan TV. Charlie here. I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions live. Um, I think it was a very solid 3 points on Saturday. I had a really good day. It was a good day. I love football around this time of year, and I I get some people very frustrated with the performance. It's just a fact we're not a high end. Everyone's saying hello. It's nice. Um, I get that it wasn't a four nil win or anything like that, but Southampton were a very tough team to break down. I can see why they've been having trouble scoring. So they offer very little going forward until Charlie Austin came on and they made Courtois. He forced a very good save from Courtois, but yeah, I mean Harry's just mentioned it there. We can't finish our chances at the minute, which is really poor. Hi, Emery. Do they need more practice in training? Maybe Harry, but I do think that the 3 points was a very good win. They were really tough to break down, and I'm really glad to see 3-4-3 back. I think we created a hell of a lot more chances um, than we have been doing previously. And I've got to be honest. I mean, I sat here this time last week and talked about Morata. I thought he was shocking when he came on, and Victoria Kemp, how you doing? Um, that's Rory's wife. Um, very much Victoria Jennings now. See, there you go. Um, that's throwing me off a little bit. Harry there says, "Why does William get so much stick? He doesn't deserve it." Um, I look, I think yeah. See, Victoria's happy now. We can carry on. Um, I think he's been a great player for Chelsea for the last 5 years, however long he's been here. Um, I get sometimes he is frustrating to watch, but you know, there's a hell of a lot of other teams that would love to have Willian in their squad, and that's evidence because we know for a fact that Man United have bid for him. They're interested in getting him. Obviously, he's worked with Mourinho before. We've got all people all over the world. Hi from Australia. Cheers, Ryan. And yeah, I think he's a very good player for Chelsea. He probably wouldn't make my first 11 because I think Pedro is probably the better option for us. But he's a fantastic man to have in the squad. Anyway, going back to what I was saying earlier, the sort of change of formation, I think it's clear we create so many more chances um, with those three players up front. I think if Morata's not on his game, which frankly I don't think he is at the minute, don't think so. Victoria's just said to take my top off, but I don't think that's going to happen. Victoria, we're live here. I can't be disappointing everyone like that. Sorry, Rory took my phone. There you go. I mean, I'm trying to. I'm sitting here trying to talk to everyone about Chelsea, and I've got Rory giving me grief. What would I prefer against Barcelona? 3-4-3 or 3-5-2? I think Barcelona's sort of a little bit different. I think that that will be such a tough game, and I'll take 0-0 in the home leg all day. So I do think I'm not too worried about us creating chances. I'm more worried about us stopping them. So I do think 3-5-2 to provide that extra solidity in the middle is probably the move. Um, but for these normal games, Southampton at home, we should be playing 3-4-3 certainly. We really struggle to create stuff when it's 3-5-2, and unfortunately the problem is now that we can't finish it. Victoria's making me. That's Rory. Victoria definitely doesn't think that. Yeah, we're creating so many chances, but we can't finish them at all. Morata's scored, was it 3 in 15 games now, and that's not good enough. Um, I think Chelsea will buy a striker in January. Um, I strongly believe that if they can get the right player, um, I I I think they'll be adding to the squad a hell of a lot. Oh, hang on. Adam's just coming. Are we going to make any moves in the winter transfer window? Or are we going to collapse like we did in the summer and Conte is going to leave? I don't think Conte will leave. I think Conte is he's happy at Chelsea. We know that he's a very sort of he's a very kind of passionate Italian man, and he has said that he will be going back to Italy at some point. And we know at Chelsea managers don't stay long, and I don't think he'll stay any longer than maybe sort of three. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting comments. Rory trying to crack up Charlie. It's working and all. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't see Conte here for like 10 years because I just think it's completely unrealistic when you're talking about Chelsea, but I think he'll stay, and I think that more people telling me to take my top off. Yes, this is like not going to happen. Um, I think that the so unfair. Um, I think that especially with Emanalo gone, I know they work really really closely together, and they were kind of had a very good. I'm getting absolute abuse. Comb my hair. Okay, more people having a go at me. Um, take your top off of the lads. That's just not going to happen. Um, okay, I'm like not going to do YouTube live. People just get me to take my clothes off. Am I going to travel to Barcelona? Yes, I very much am. I've already booked my flights. I can't wait. I'm trying to get Rory to sort out the hotel, but he's being a bit. Am I wearing trousers? Yes, very much so. Look, there you go. He's being a bit slack on the hotels. Anyway, what I was talking about before Rory's trying to get me to take my clothes off. Conte will bench Alonso. I hope not. I don't. Alonso, much like Willian, he's one of these players that gets a hell of a lot of stick, and I think it's completely undeserved. I think he is ridiculously effective. That free kick was fantastic, and yeah, I get that he's defensively suspect sometimes, but it's a very very specialist position. That position, that up and down that whole time, it's almost impossible to find a player that can do it all. I mean, people Rohit, shout out from India. How you doing? It's not one of the first. Someone else, Raid 96 said, "What are the chances of getting a left wing back?" I don't think that it's an issue. I think cover for Alonso is an issue because he doesn't seem to be too happy with Kennedy. But I don't think that it's one of the priority positions for us. People saying Alonso's very average. I remember being even seen the okay guy. Yes, there's just a lot, mate. Sorry. I mean, if you were a bit more than okay, maybe I'd answer him. I don't think it's an issue in the team. For me, I think he's a very tall player. He's good in the air. He's always the out ball for the goalkeeper, which is very very important. People saying Conte wants to replace him. I think that's possible, but in my opinion, anyway, I love him. I mean, not just because he scored 2 at Wembley, but he's just one of those players that I think he makes things happen. I think we've got a hell of a lot of players that kind of, are they going to pop up with a goal? Are they going to do something that's going to, get to the byline and put a cross in? And I don't think we have enough of those players. So I don't think people should really be slagging off. I'm a Chelsea fan, just like the Hurricane Charlie. Come on, thanks, Victoria. Pace and power with defending skills. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I like him a lot. This campaign for me to take my clothes off is still going on. I'm sorry. Looking forward to Rory League Cup preview. Yeah, that's yeah. People loving this. Sleep Rhetorics, give me a shout out. How you doing, mate? Yeah, a lot of people in the comments are asking about. Sorry, he's drunk. He had 4 pints of Guinness. I saw Rory's Instagram story with his pint of Guinness in Hampstead Heath. I've also, in fact, this is weird. I've also had 4 pints of Guinness today and some other bits, but we won't talk about that. How many more signings? Fucking Rory, man. How many more signings will we make in team for Wednesday? Let's talk about that rather than my clothes. A lot of people in the comments are asking for Masonda. Fucking Rory's not shutting up. Asking for Masonda and Kennedy and people like that. And Wednesday is going to be your time to see those players. I think Batshuayi will play. I think Masonda will start. I think Ampadu will probably start. And I mean, look, it is. We all know that it's probably the lowest priority game when we need the virals. I'm not sure. Somehow, right, Roy's getting me to try and strip for the camera to make us a viral video. Somehow, out of the 3 people that run this channel, I'm not sure that me stripping is going to do much. But, there you go. what was I talking about before? Rory just like messing with my head. Um, yeah, team points. You know, it is the lowest priority game, but it's also the quarter final. It's two games. Like it's three games from Wembley because there's semi-finals, two legs. So I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to going down, but I do think we'll see a lot of squad players being used, and I think that's a good thing. I think those are always quite exciting nights at the Bridge. Yeah, I know. Charlie can't silver. Yeah, exactly. Finally, Rory said something sensible that's not like, mate, take your clothes off. Harry Truman, Charlie, can you see Chelsea stopping City's unbeaten run? Yeah, like I mean, we are capable of beating anyone on our day. That's why I don't think that the Barcelona beating Barcelona is out of the question. You know, if we turn up and we play amazing and maybe they have an off day, yeah, of course. And I think it is worth talking about City actually. I mean, I spoke to Rory before he had 4 pints of Guinness and started getting people to take their clothes off earlier today, and we spoke on the phone about just how good City are, and like they're incredible. I mean, they're already one of the best Premier League teams that I've seen. I mean, and I've been watching Premier League football since like what 95 or something. So, and I think it's clear to see they're up there. The only Chelsea team that I can please grow a beard. I can't. I can't. I mean, Charlie, please grow a beard. That's just impossible. The only one of the only Chelsea teams I can remember that I think is better than them is Mourinho's first team with Duff and Robin that won the league by 95 points. Not by 95 points, with 95 points. But look, they're completely taking teams apart. I mean, I'm not often one to admit Tottenham are a good side, but they tore them apart on Saturday. I mean, it was just a joke. Rory reckons City better than that 95 point team. Just have to see. I think it'd be really interesting to see how City get on in the Champions League. We all know they've won the Premier League. I think if they were to get like a, I was going to say if they get Barcelona in the last stages, but let's hope that doesn't happen. If they get like PSG and PSG are on form, I think that would be a proper game. But I mean they're just fantastic to watch. The way the team plays together, and I mean Kevin De Bruyne, he's making us look stupid, isn't he, Kevin De Bruyne? We obviously I kind of always defended. Why is my top still on? I've got two tops on. I've got a nice jumper and a t-shirt. We obviously got rid of him for comparatively very, like nothing money. I always kind of defended the decision at the time because I mean I saw those games he played at the start of the season. He wasn't all that. There was questions about his attitude in training and whatever. Then but like I mean the long term planning clearly wasn't there. He's been the best player in the Premier League by an absolute mile, and I just it's made us look really stupid. But even more than that, I mean, look, we're like Chelsea fans who are having conversations like, well, but actually, will I ever get a game, because Conte doesn't rate him, or do we persist with Morata or not even have a striker? They can call on Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus, who are certainly two of the best five strikers in the league. I'd arguably say two of the top three, and Sterling's playing amazing this season. Leroy Sané is an incredible player. David Silva, who was one of the key components of their 2012 Premier League winning team, has been given a new lease of life. And I mean, I wasn't kind of raving about Guardiola last season. I thought, in fact, he failed big time. But the way he's put that team together and the way he's got them playing is really something else. So, I mean, I was massively pleased to beat Tottenham. Rory actually said earlier that he hopes City do go unbeaten because it would stop all the Arsenal fans kind of bleating on and on about that being the best thing that's ever happened in human history, which I kind of don't really subscribe to anyway. Because I saw Arsenal in 2003, 2004, and they got knocked out of the Champions League by Chelsea. But so I can kind of see that point of view. But I think it would be great to beat City at Man City. I mean, I must admit, I can't see that happening. But I mean, they've only dropped 2 points all season, haven't they? I mean, that, and I read a really good article by Rory Smith, who's right for the New York Times, and he said it's sort of almost time to reevaluate, certainly in England, like Guardiola's Barcelona and Bayern Munich teams, because like the common thing was people say, yeah, well, anyone can win the league with Barcelona and Bayern Munich and those leagues. It's like, well, he's sort of doing that with City now, and it's like, well, maybe it wasn't that easy. Maybe he's just a brilliant manager, and he's making teams that good. He's making other teams look so ordinary. I mean, there are decent sides in the Premier League, and he's just making them all look stupid. Will Conte make the League Cup a priority? I hope so. Like, it's a great day out at Wembley. I'm actually really selfishly, I'm very much hoping we get to the final, because I'm going to Barcelona that weekend and we're scheduled to play Man United, and I need to sort my flights out. So if they could just sort that out, so I know what flight to take home and where I'm going to be that weekend, then that would like really help me out. The OK guy, Hazard better than Messi? No, I don't think so. This is I was talking to one of my mates before the game, Callum, and he said something quite apt, which is pretty unusual for him. He said that this is the first season that Hazard's been on form consistently every single game. And I'd agree with that. He was brilliant. He was brilliant on Saturday. I don't really know why Conte keeps taking him off. I mean, I appreciate he must want to rest him, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to take him off as early as he did. I don't think he'll play on Wednesday, but yeah, I mean he's been so good this season, Hazard, and I'm not worried he's going to leave, because that makes it sound like I think he will, but I really think I can't see him at Chelsea for the next 10 years. I really hope that happens, but I really think we need to look at getting more creativity in the team and take some of the burden off him. And I think going back to 3-4-3 does that, because I think Pedro offers you a great attacking outlet. I mean, obviously, if William plays as well, and you got the three like smaller players up front, then that provides a lot of chance and a lot of movement. Because I think in that 3-5-2, basically Hazard, it's so reliant on Hazard being the creative hub, and basically, you know, our main attacking force, that if he's not on form, it just goes to pot, as we saw against West Ham. Anyway, what I'm going to do is sign off. You can watch this on YouTube. We've got up as a proper video, although I'll probably advise you not to, because a lot of this has been Rory just trying to get me to take my clothes out, clothes off. Kevin De Bruyne, and like more people trying to get me to take my clothes off. Anyway, this is the first funny thing Rory said all evening. Who's better back here at Stamford Bridge, me or Hazard? This video definitely doesn't exist anymore. Rory doesn't stop talking about it at all. We played football at Stamford Bridge a couple of years ago, and I've been pulling off skills all game. I was basically running the show, and then the one time that I fell over while trying to do a back heel, Rory was filming it, and he subsequently made that video go quite viral. I also scored in that match, which he didn't seem to like push with the same sort of force on Twitter and Instagram and fucking LinkedIn and everything. But you know, anyway, that's what that's about. Yeah, Charlie, take your top off, otherwise that video's getting leaked. I don't care. This is mental. People just tell me to get all sorts out. It's not happening. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sign off, because the comments are going mad and they're all about me trying to take all my clothes off. Anyway, comment and subscribe. Watch all the other videos. Like, probably don't watch this one, because it's been quite informative, but but most of it has been me, Rory making me laugh. Anyway, I'll see you all later. I'm definitely not taking my top off.